Coming up on Cultural Capital, we're at Tate Britain to see the long-overdue retrospective show by the artist Cornelia Parker. We've got a charming portrait as our thing of the week, and I'm reviewing Baz Luhrmann's glitzy extravaganza, Elvis. Cornelia Parker came to prominence with a bang in 1991 with her piece Cold, Dark Matter, An Exploded View, the contents and fragments of a shed blown up at her request by the British Army. She's been riding at the crest of British art ever since, so it's about time that she had a survey show at Tate. We headed down there to check it out.
Cornelia Parker is a very unusual artist. She is a sculptor, but she doesn't carve or mold. What she does is she uses the ordinary found domestic object and mines it and unleashes new readings and a sense of wonder. So she burns, she squashes, and she suspends these objects. She makes order out of the chaos that she's contributed to herself. So there are many, many different layers of meaning to her work. We would like visitors to feel completely inspired and delighted by the work, but also made thoughtful about some of the very urgent issues. And that is ecology, which is also a central issue for the artist, human rights, and ongoing violence in our lives domestically, but also globally. We wanted the exhibition to have a natural rhythm from these very large room-size installations to small, intimate rooms, and these immersive spaces that are often very dark because they're lit by a single light bulb are followed by light spaces. So you have a kind of binary structure here of light and dark and large and small, and this binary structure underscores her work itself.
The 18th century architect Sir John Soane has his own museum at Lincoln's Inn Fields, and it's stuffed to the rafters with his collection of paintings, sculptures, drawings and antiquities, all of which makes it easy to miss this lovely little picture of his beloved wife, Eliza. It's our thing of the week.
We're looking at a pencil sketch of Eliza Soane, done by John Flaxman, actually a sculptor, who was a great friend of John and Eliza. He's captured her really informally, sitting in a chair. It was probably done around 1795 to 1800, as we can tell from the dress that Eliza's wearing. And she famously didn't like sitting still. She was really hard to capture for portraits. Eliza died in 1815 after 31 years of marriage, and Soane was absolutely heartbroken. Soane's hung this sketch in the drawing room, and he's placed below it a quote taken from Madame de Staël's Corinne. Roughly translated, it means, "Dear friend, I can no longer hear your voice. Teach me what I must do to fulfill your wishes." It's so poignant, and it becomes even more so when you realise that Soane and Eliza's letters to each other always started with the words, "Dear friend."
It's the 60-second film review. I have mixed feelings about Baz Luhrmann, but his particular brand of heightened reality is perfect for the story of a man who changed the course of music history before the age of 40. His sympathetic biopic of the king of rock and roll comes at the story from an unexpected angle through the eyes of the devil in disguise, his manager, Colonel Tom Parker, a man about whom nothing was real except for his ambition and his drive. In true Luhrmann style, you start the roller coaster at the top. It hurtles from Elvis's first musical awakening in the black churches of his childhood through his obsession with black music, to his time in the army, his marriage, stratospheric stardom, Vegas triumph, and his exhausted drug-addled collapse. And as Parker narrates, you start to loathe him. You watch him gaslight Elvis, everyone around him, and the audience, telling us it was our love that killed Elvis, when it's quite patently the pills and the crushing sense of responsibility that's destroying him. I had no idea. He was only 42 when he died. He was a mess. Tom Hanks is great as Parker, but this is all about Austin Butler. He has Elvis down. The confidence, the vulnerability, the heart-stopping charisma. It is stunning. You can't help falling in love. Thanks for watching Cultural Capital. For more on what to see and do in London, follow me and the Evening Standard on TikTok and ES Culture on Instagram. Have a great weekend.